All right, guys. So in one of my last videos, a lot of you guys had came in my comment section and disagreed with what I was saying about how I felt that the Democrats were covert in their corruption in the things that they do. Now, I just want to explain that the reason why I said that is because historically speaking, to me, I feel like the Democrats have done a great job of branding themselves as the party of diversity and anti-racism, even though it is apparent to us who are really the people that are really paying attention that this is not the case. And that's why I said it. So, I do pay attention to you guys' comments, and I must admit that more recently, particularly in the last month or two leading up to this election, the Democrats have become more overt about their corruption. And they're telling you exactly what they think and exactly how they feel about the American people. For example, this clip with Joe Biden is a prime example of them coming out and letting you know, here's what we think. But before we get into that, my name is Greg Foreman and you're watching A Black Conservative Perspective. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share A Black Conservative Perspective, aka a liberal's worst nightmare. You can also follow me on Twitter at GForemanBCP. Let's get it. Okay, take a look at this clip of Joe Biden being asked by a media member about packing the court once again, and take a look at his answer.
Sir, I've got to ask you about packing the courts, and I know that You said yesterday you aren't going to answer the question until after the election, but this is the number one thing that I've been asked about from viewers in the past couple of days.
Well, you've been asked by the viewers who are probably Republicans who don't want me continuing to talk about what they're doing to the court right now.
Well, sir, don't the voters deserve to know?
No, they don't. I'm not going to play his game. He'd love me to talk about, and I've already said something on court pack. He'd love that to be the discussion instead of what he's doing now. He's about to make a pick in the middle of an election. First time it's ever been done. First time in history it's ever been done.
See that, guys? If you're a liberal watching this, you see it. Joe Biden just said the voters do not deserve to know. And you notice how he starts off answering the question with a slick comment about how, well, only the Republicans want to know. And it's like, nah, bruh, you're running for president of the United States. You're not running for president of the Democrat Party. That's not how this works. You've already been given that because you weren't elected, because you screwed over Bernie in the primaries. So you weren't really elected. You've already been given that. And now, apparently, he wants to be given the job as president of the United States. He doesn't actually want to earn your vote. Now, if the American people don't deserve to know what you're going to do, then you don't deserve to be president. You don't. You're not running for president of the Democrat Party. You're running for president of the United States. The liberals and the Democrats might be dumb enough to vote for you with no plan, but the other half of America is not. And I am so happy that the media is doing what they did to President Trump, asking the same silly ass question about white supremacy, even though President Trump has answered that question 1,000 times and have told people, hey, I denounce white supremacy, David Duke, the KKK, everything. But the difference here is that the media is actually doing their job, because Joe Biden has not answered the question on whether or not they're going to pack the court, right? And it's like I've been telling you guys on everything when it comes to the Democrat policies. We all know this. They think that the voters are dumb and that you don't deserve to know. You don't deserve to know. He literally just told you. He just told you. They won't tell you their plan on healthcare. They won't tell you whether they're for socialized medicine or do they want a public option. What do they want? They won't tell you what they want. They won't tell you whether or not they're for the Green New Deal. They're not going to tell you that. They're not telling you where they want to pack the court. They're not telling you about law and order. These are important issues that the American people need to have answers for. And again, if you're a liberal watching this video, how can you justify going to the polls and voting for an administration that you don't know what they're going to do? They don't have they don't even have a response, a coherent plan to what they're going to do about this scandemic. They have no plan whatsoever, guys. They're not telling you whether or not they're going to do mandatory lockdowns. They've mentioned mandatory masks. Guys, how can you go to the polls and vote for something that you do not know? And his justification for it is simple. He just told you, you as the voter do not deserve to know what they're going to do. You need to just vote for them because Orange Man bad. And they feel like that's enough to where they can earn your vote. I listened to you guys' comments, and feel free to disagree with me in the comment section. I want you to disagree with me on some things, right? Because that's how we learn, right? Unlike the liberals, we can have a conversation where you can say, hey, Greg, I feel like, you're wrong on this, or that, I disagree on this idea respectfully. And I read it and I think about it. I'm like, you actually have a point. I may change my opinion on this. This is how we learn and grow. And this is what the liberals don't do. Yes, the Democrats are becoming more overtly corrupt. And they're just telling you straight up. I mean, again, when Joe Biden said, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. He just told you straight up how he feels about you as a black voter. That you're a monolith and that you have to vote Democrat. Being a Democrat is a part of your identity as a black person. Even though historically speaking, black people have been Republican. And this is the mind games they try to play on people. And it just goes to show they don't feel like they actually have to earn your vote. They don't feel like they have to tell you anything. Nothing. This is how they feel. And I think the BET founder, Rob Johnson, made a great point on this. At least with President Trump, even if you don't like him, at least you know what you're getting when you go to the polls. I would rather vote for somebody that I know what I'm getting from them than somebody that I don't know. I mean, you want to talk about a dictatorship. Right now, Nasty Nancy is trying to push a 25th Amendment committee bill that is going to allow the vice president to overthrow the president. So you're not even voting for Biden to be president. You're voting for Kamala. That's who you're voting for. Kamala lost big time in the primary. She didn't even make it to the voting stages. She lost big time after Tulsi Gabbard tore her a new WAP on national TV in regards to her criminal record. That's how bad Kamala is as a candidate. And this is who is about to end up as president, guys. So I got to get immediate props here. Keep asking the question. Keep asking the question. What do you want to do? And they have not articulated any plans in terms of what exactly they want to do to this date. And I really don't understand how anybody in their right mind can go to the polls and vote for them. So the media, it is super important. Keep asking the question. Keep asking the question. Do not let up. And this is something that the next debate that President Trump needs to do, if there's another debate, by the way, President Trump needs to ask this question. Get an answer. Even if they have to lie. Even if you have to make Biden lie. Because we know they're going to try to pack the court. Either make him tell you the truth or make him lie. Get an answer out of him. Don't let him get away with it. And I also want to talk about his little statement in regards to the Supreme Court and talking about how, oh man, this has never been done before, and trying to act like this is something that's unprecedented. I mean, let's take a look at the history here, guys. 29 times in American history, there's been an open Supreme Court vacancy in the presidential election year or in a lame duck section before the next presidential inauguration. The president has made a nomination all 29 times, okay? George Washington did it 3 times. John Adams did it. Thomas Jefferson did it. Abraham Lincoln did it. Ulysses S. Grant did it. Franklin D. Roosevelt did it. Dwight Eisenhower did it. Barack Obama did it. 22 of the 44 men to hold office faced a situation, and all 22 made a decision to send up a nomination, whether or not they had the votes in the Senate. So it is the president's job to nominate when there's a vacancy open. So don't sit here and try to make the stupid argument that President Trump is doing something that's unprecedented, because he's not. He's doing his job. It is up to the Senate to confirm that nomination, and the Republicans have the Senate majority. That's how it works. Obama did not get Merrick Garland through because he did not have the Senate. It is what it is. So to sit here and act like President Trump is doing something that's unprecedented is ridiculous. What's actually unprecedented that's being done right now is we have the Democrat Party running on a platform of nothing whatsoever and are actively trying to set a pathway for the vice president to overthrow the president and to take office. I mean, if that's not a dictatorship or fascism, I don't know what is. I really don't. So, I mean, if you want to talk about things that are unprecedented, what this campaign is doing, the Biden-Harris administration, the Harris-Biden campaign, whatever you want to call it, what they are doing is unprecedented. So we can play this game all day long. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.